Hey, they think they can just shut us down. Yeah, right. Take a quick look at this one. All right, we're at 7,600 bucks on the week. Now, if we go back to the last 28 days, almost 30 grand, and they just shut this down. TikTok's out here acting silly, giving temporary suspensions, and they've been quite trigger happy with their violation points. So basically, this brand is blocked from posting anything, tagging products, selling products for like 3 days. It's the second time this has happened. Our rep is working on it. He can't do a whole lot, to be honest. And it's quite frustrating because we didn't really violate policy. So a couple of those points are valid. I'll give it to them. But 90% of them are not. We shouldn't have been shut down. But anyways, what's good, y'all? Hayden here, back with another video. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know we've been in the e-commerce game for like 8 years, tens of millions of dollars, and it's not the first time we've dealt with some bullshit. On TikTok Shop, it's been quite interesting seeing them change all their policies, how things are being affected, because it's really changing week by week. So there's constantly something new going on. I got a lot of work to do. I'm actually about to head to the warehouse facility where all the manufacturing takes place. I got to pick up like 1,200 units of a product. I'm currently doing all the fulfillment in-house for that. It's pretty much first time I've ever done that. I've been sharing that here on the channel. So yes, I'm currently fulfilling, if we look at the numbers, $30,000 worth of sales. I sent those 1,050 orders. It was very easy. I've never done fulfillment. Ever. Didn't know how to print a label. I got a label printer behind me and stuff, but it's a really easy process. And the reason we're doing it, a lot of this is like fairly low ticket. AOV, average order value, is like 25, 26 bucks. This will be at $100,000 a month here within about 60 days. And at that point, we'll be able to make sense of a warehouse. I just hired the first employee for it. Anyways, I'll get into all that in this video. I'll share with you exactly what's going on and talk about how to avoid violations, bans, how to go through the appeal process, how to be careful so that you don't have these issues, because issues arise. It's all about how you solve it. All right, so I am currently headed to the manufacturing facility. We just bought 2 more kettle mixers there, 7 grand a pop to just increase production. So yeah, we're just making sure that everything is good to go. We've introduced new sales channels. So TikTok Shop is not going to be the only stream. We've got 3 going currently. It's just starting to become a lot on my plate. This brand has become a very large focus of my time just because how freaking sick it is and the trajectory that it's on. So hiring help, putting a lot of new money into it, and it's been really good. So we also have Amazon up and running. Thankfully, there hasn't been as many issues there yet, but that's just starting, 1 to 5, 1 to 6 sales a day. So that's nice and small, gonna build that listing up. But TikTok Shop's been interesting. And they've actually been super trigger happy with a lot more people than just me, right? I teach a lot of people how to do TikTok Shop, how to do e-commerce. Some of these people are doing hundreds of thousands a month with a single product on TikTok Shop. I've helped people do up to $2 million a month consistently with a product. Now that was pre-TikTok Shop. We haven't gotten those results yet on TikTok Shop, but it's been incredible to see. So the big piece of this now is just keeping everything healthy, having a good relationship with TikTok. That's what's really important. So I'm gonna grab all this inventory and then I'm gonna walk you through a couple things with the bans and violations to keep an eye out for. Alrighty, and I just wheeled out what I'm picking up here. Not that much today. She will fit easily inside the Tesla. Got the back of this thing filled with boxes. So a big thing that I've noticed on TikTok is, right, they're open source AI, and a lot of people don't consider this when they're selling their product. Whatever you're saying in your video is basically fact-checked by an AI, which means it has open source. That means it is basically, think about it like this, Googling to verify what you say. So I'll give you an example. The most common product type that has issues is a consumable supplement of any kind, not just a food, a supplement with health benefits, whether it's fixing something, removing something, especially if it has anything to do with weight management. They're very touchy on that. One thing you need to be cautious of is you do not want to talk necessarily about the product in that space. You should instead be focused on giving facts about the ingredients. Now, I'll give you a whole list of do's and don'ts in specific keywords to avoid, but think about it like that. Instead of saying, this will do this and that, be like, hey, let's say it's I don't even know what product we could use, like protein powder, right? You can't talk about weight at all, weight gain, muscle gain, so you can't talk about that. You could just say, don't say this brand's protein powder, just say protein does XYZ, right? This is the best way to get your protein. So you're not even talking about protein powder, you're just talking about protein and the facts behind it. that protects you a lot from violations. I'll give you a bunch more here when I get back home. Now let's get into the specific reasons on why you can get violation points, get disabled, have videos taken down, and ultimately get penalized by TikTok, which will affect the organic traffic, your ability to run ads, and eventually shut you down entirely to where you can't post videos with products tagged. These are a couple of reasons. Before I dive into each of them, because there's a lot of specifics building off of it, I'm gonna walk you through month by month the sales on this new brand that I've been building and explain when we had violations occur and for what. February, $24, that was the first single sale. March, we had $1,500 in sales, still no issues. April was $2,300 in sales, still no violations or issues. May was $7,900 in sales. It was the first big pop. Things are starting to get traction. We got reviews on the listing. Still no issues on the account until June was $8,900. It was another good, consistent month. The reason it didn't grow much more than the previous month was because we had a violation occur where they said we had a weight management claim, which was not entirely inaccurate, to be honest. We were trying to skirt around the policy and be careful, but we did hit on this. So I'll talk about this one in a second. That got a video taken down, and ultimately it seemed to suppress our sales. That was also one of the videos that was doing well organically. So it just pulled us back a little bit for like a week until we got another video that was going. July, $24,000 in sales. Honestly, no real problems throughout the month. I had one video that got removed. It was doing like 10,000 views a week, which was pretty good, honestly, for the organic content. So that slowed down the growth a little bit, but overall solid month, no big issue until the end of the month. This is when it flows into this month, August, where we've done so far about $12,000 in sales. As of right now, it is the 13th or 14th of August. So about halfway through the month. We're on track for another like 25K. The problem is currently, as it stands, I obviously can't really sell. We're doing a couple of sales, but no videos has anything tagged, no ads are running. Like, it's really screwed up. And currently the reason for that is this. LDR, a late dispatch rate. And this was not our fault. The post office, United States Post Office, lost about 160 packages, which is really bad. I reshipped them multiple times, trying to get them scanned in. It just didn't work. TikTok has an option when you have a late dispatch rate to submit an appeal if you get violation points for it, which we have done multiple times. And one of those appeal reasons is it the carrier's fault? Because if it's their fault, technically you should not get penalized. But how do you prove that? That's the problem. We were not able to get any of the appeals approved, even with myself personally in the back office of USPS for 2 hours with the manager, getting all the receipts showing that they were scanned in, just not posted as scanned in by the main facility. Big problem. Our TikTok rep was finally able to get his manager to agree and the other guy in the office, whatever, to basically agree to remove the points. There's still a whole nother layer of review that has to happen. That should hopefully remove these. While we got 2 separate LDRs, this was actually not the bulk of the violation. Our issues have been on content. I'm gonna jump back up to this because this is where it's really important. If I'm selling a supplement that loses you weight, which is very common, there's a lot of pages that are like dedicated to talking about weight loss and somehow they're not banned. Here's the thing, whether your product is weight gain, such as muscle growth, weight loss, like a detox or whatever it is, that's a weight management topic. So anything surrounding that is technically a violation. If you say, this will help you stack size, get bigger, muscle growth, any of those trigger words are relating to weight management and can get picked up by the AI. We have had an unfortunate series of videos get picked up by the AI. These are delivering us between 4 and 6 violation points per video. You get a few of those, way more significant than our 2 LDRs, like not even close. So that's just that. Now I'll jump to this. This might be more relevant for other people, before and after. If you are showing your fitness program that you're selling or whatever, and it's like a before and after, that can be construed as promising a result. You can't do this. Even if you have a freaking shampoo that makes your hair look really good, avoid specifically using the words before and after. You could say the words transformation, just gotta be a little careful there. Find other ways than saying before and after, either verbally in the video or in the text. You also do not want a direct photo where it's a split image, where it's like before, after, and has the text before and after. Don't do that. Videos that are 100% AI. We see a lot of AI content becoming a big thing. That is technically a violation on TikTok. You might be saying, well, Hayden, everything you've talked about, I see it all the time. Exactly. Makes no freaking sense. One way around this with their AI policy is if you have a 1-second clip that is a real clip of somebody holding the product or whatever, it's now not 100% AI. And so it's not violating policy. Pre-recorded live streams, they can figure this out. People tried to do this for a period of time where they had an audio file playing, where they just had the product sitting there. People got creative. They built robot arms that just slowly move in and out of the live stream frame holding the product. It's a repetitive movement. The AI picked that up. The other metrics that can create problems is everything else to do on your shop health with your score. So this can be your customer satisfaction rate, your seller fault cancellation, your refund and return rate. I mean, everything. Your response time on customer support needs to be under 24 hours. All of these metrics can eventually lead to violations. Too many violation points, you get suppressed. Too many more above that, you can be basically knocked out from selling. So it's a big problem. Appeal everything. You usually get 2 appeals. If you lose the first appeal, don't submit the same exact thing again. Now, let's talk about how to actually solve this, how to submit the appeals, the process. I'm gonna jump on my computer and I'll show you this. So here we are inside of the dashboard on Seller Center. I just blocked out the logo. See, our shop performance score took a tank. That was due to the LDR. This can present different levels of issues. We can get into that in another video. But basically what you're gonna wanna do is go up over here to the Help button. You're gonna come over here into Help Center. It's gonna open this up and you can see all your support history. You can go through these, but the easiest way to make a ticket that seems to at least get escalated to a higher person is to open up a chat where you can chat with them and then request the chat person to open a ticket, okay? So I'm just gonna go like this, blah. Okay, they're gonna ask you to say no, just do a thumbs down. Just keep putting stuff in for a second. You're gonna bypass this automated bot, say no. It's usually a 2 cycle of that, and then boom, you get to chat with a live agent. So click that. They're gonna go through the standard process of asking you, hey, what's your problem with this? Like, please let me help, look into it. You kind of gotta go through it for a couple minutes and just keep asking them, just say, hey, can you make a ticket for this? And they will. So that is helpful. That's a great way to do it. Now, the other thing you should absolutely be doing is directly submitting an appeal. That is different from opening a ticket. I would do a ticket as well. You can submit an appeal one of 2 ways. You will get a notification on your Seller Center, the desktop on the computer. If there's a violation or an issue, you can do that. You can also submit an appeal on your mobile phone in the TikTok app in the System Notification Center. One quick tip I will tell you, keep an eye on the files that they are asking for, because it'll say optional, upload a photo or whatever. Look at the file type. It can't be an HEIC, which is what the file type is going to be if it's a screenshot from your phone. It has to be a JPEG or whatever else they wanted. So make sure the format's right, because even if it will technically open, their AI system will immediately reject it and basically decline your appeal if the file type is not correct. So just something to keep in mind that I learned the hard way after struggling for a while. But everything else on here, like, I'm 100% confident we'll get this one back. And you can see here, this is today so far, okay? It's noon, it's 12:30 here, and we're at 8 sales, 231. This should be at like 20 minimum. Now, the thing is, none of our videos on my TikTok page can have a product tagged. If you go on our TikTok, all the hundreds of videos, not one of them has the product tagged. So this is only sales coming through people searching for it, organic ranking, whatever. It's just not from videos from our page or affiliates, which is a little weird. I'm not sure how that's happening. Maybe somebody saved the video or whatever. I'm 100% confident it'll come back. It's just everything is taking a little bit of time. So, you know, it might be a couple day delay, but it looks like it's progressing. If you're looking for more help on TikTok Shop, check out our school group. I will leave it linked down below. That place is freaking sick. Everything else I've done through our e-commerce company that trains and teaches people, we've had that for like 6 years, has always been $1,000 plus. It's always been like an expensive program, a group where we can work with people. I've always wanted to do something like this that's considered lower ticket. This group's $50 a month. It explains everything about TikTok Shop. That's where I post the updates on what's changing inside the platform. It's the perfect place to start and lay the groundwork. There's people in there doing $2 million a year on TikTok Shop. Like, it's awesome. So that's the best place to start. I'll leave it linked down below. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. Hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a like, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.